What was it that attracted you to move to Gloucester?
The fact that they wanted me out. It's always a nice feeling.
Time for the big conversation. An ordinary chat show with extraordinary people. The big conversation. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I was a little bit offended when I first saw it, because I thought you were stitching me up for something. I thought I was going to fall off it.
We have stitched you up for the last
Can you
half
see
an hour.
it? Can you actually see it on camera? If I just sit like that. Oh, is it on that one, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It has got your name on it though, which is a nice
I haven't
touch.
seen my name on
If I
You
say
said it's
so
got my
myself.
name on it. It could have had. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Ed, first of all, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here. What do you think about the location we've got for today?
Well, new to Cheltenham, so
Yeah.
always need to find new places.
Always.
So you've introduced me
Yeah.
to a new place. So
I think you'll come
I
down
can
here
only-
again.
I can only thank you for that. I mean,
We'll thank you
I
for
probably
a few
won't be
more
coming at
things.
quarter to 4
Well,
on a Wednesday ever again, but
Well, we won't tell.
maybe a
we
Friday
won't tell
night
the
or a
gaffer
Saturday
anyway.
night and a live soda.
Yeah. Before we talk about rugby, when you were growing up as a kid, did you have any other passions or sports that you particularly enjoyed? Football, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. To be honest with you, I wasn't bothered about rugby. Had no interest in it whatsoever. I was football mad.
Everyone wanted to play football in school, didn't they?
Yeah. Most of us are failed footballers, I reckon. But
Yeah.
passionate about football. Really, my whole life revolved around that. Playing at school, playing for my club.
Yeah.
And then just fell out of love with it once. Put on a few pounds and realised I wasn't good enough.
And you took quite a different route than most professional rugby players took to get to the Premiership. You started playing rugby at Milton Keynes, is that right?
Yeah.
At about 15, and when you turned 18, you moved to Australia. And you had a few interesting jobs before you really started playing rugby in Australia, I've discovered.
Definitely.
Did you want to tell us about a few of those?
Just do what you can to earn money sometimes. Just to be honest with you, everyone's got their own story. I was just not really doing too much at school, and I was stuck in a job at Milton Keynes, working in a call centre and painting and decorating at weekends. So it wasn't the best existence. And after a few months, me and a mate just decided to go up and go to Australia for 6 months, And long story short, we found a club on the internet, and they gave me a job. So I worked at, the first job I had was working at a car and van rental centre, which was good. Got to drive around 3 cars.
Yeah.
And that 6 months turned into about 3.5 years in the end.
Yeah.
Just through the rugby club keeping me on, and they kept me afloat really. So through those jobs, I
So was that working alongside playing at the same time?
Yeah. So it's kind of like a semi-pro club, a bit like your Bedford. You train Tuesday, Thursday, play Saturday, but they had a lot of links with the local community, and so after the car and van rental job, I picked up a cleaning job. So that was
it's a bit of a change, isn't it?
Well, to be honest with you, have you ever been to Sydney?
No, I haven't. No.
It's like, I'd say it's the best city in the world, but you've got like a good city and you've got the beaches as well. So I could quite comfortably go back to the shift of 5 till 2, cash in hand, if it meant living in Sydney, because the lifestyle was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was done every day by 2 o'clock. I wasn't getting paid badly. I could look after myself. Mm-hmm. If you just ignored the cleaning part of life, everything else was perfect.
Yeah. And while you were there, you played for, was a team called Eastern Suburbs?
Yeah, East, yeah.
And one of the coaches recommended you to Leicester Tigers, and you flew all the way back for a trial.
Yeah, an English bloke, Mike Pennison, who I still speak to now regularly. Good proper northerner, Mike. He went over there to coach the Waratahs. He'd been involved at Leicester before that, and when he arrived, he just didn't really have much conversation or a relationship, and he just watched me over a year or so, And I just remember him coming up to me after a while and said, "Oh, have you considered going back and playing in England?" But I wasn't interested. I had a girlfriend. I had a nice life in Australia. I had a nice flat, and he kind of threw the spanner in the works, if you like, by arranging this trial. And it's quite clever how he did it. He didn't really give me an option. He's just kind of like, I spoke to Leicester, and they're going to pay for your flight to go back there for a month, and you're going to train with the first team. And I was, as a 21-year-old, you're a bit like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Taken back by that.
Yeah. So I did fly back, and I couldn't not take it up, really. I had to, being from England, knowing about Leicester Tigers, it was too good an opportunity. So I went and stayed in a hotel for a month in Leicester. Yeah. Left the summer of Australia.
Let someone else do the cleaning. Why?
I'd moved on. I think I got sacked from the cleaning job. I don't think I was making the 5 a.m. start too often. So and that was that really. He set that up for me, and then since then he's been a bit of a mentor figure for me.
And so you ended up at Nottingham when you came back. Is that right?
Yeah.
Was that like a loan deal away from Leicester?
What happened was basically I came back for that month's trial. Obviously, I wasn't going to play in the first team when I came back at Leicester, so they wanted to see me play a bit more. So they sent me over to Nottingham, and I just trained with them.
Like a dual registration kind of thing, or
well, at the time, it was just I was only there for a month's trial, so there wasn't really any registration involved. But I didn't get to play any games because they were all frozen off. So anyway, after the month's trial, Leicester said, "Look, we're keen on you. We want you to come back in the summer." This was in the December, and I went back to Australia in the new year, and Glenn Delaney, he's coach at the Highlanders now, he rang me up and said, "Oh, do you want to come back early? I know you're coming back in the summer, but we could do with you. We've got the playoffs in the champ, so come back for that." And I thought, well, I'm going to go back anyway. I may as well just get back and get stuck into it. So that's how I ended up at Nottingham. But after I came back, I was at Nottingham, but training with Leicester, and I was on basically a dual registration. But three blokes went down at Leicester, and I never went back to Nottingham after kind of July and pre-season. Yeah,
because they made your contract sort of permanent. You had a few injuries, and you were kind of thrust into the team. Is that right? And you made over 30 appearances in your first season. Yeah. Which is pretty impressive considering you...
Well, I was fresh, 21 then.
Fresh straight into the team.
A bit different to now.
And that, of course, led to you getting an England Saxons call-up.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. So you've gone from one extreme, playing semi-pro, no one knows about you, to
it's a pretty quick transition.
Very quick,
What was it like changing from Australian style of rugby to maybe coming back and playing championship playoffs and then obviously playing with Leicester as well?
To be honest with you, doing a full pre-season with Leicester is what helped me. Yeah. Because I hadn't played a lot of senior rugby in Australia. I played a lot of under-21s and things like that. But just having 2-3 months training with the first team probably prepared me for what came afterwards better than anything I'd done in Australia. I just think the thing that Australia had done has taught me a little bit more about the game. I didn't really know the game going out there. I'd just been playing at Milton Keynes and doing okay. I didn't understand, the real basics around drawing and passing and all those simple things that you take for granted now. That's what Australia taught me, how to play the game properly.
And obviously 2013 to 12 to 13 season, you helped Leicester to win the Premiership. That must be a standout year in your career. Yeah,
my favourite moment, I'd say, the final. Because I wasn't going to make it at first. I'd snapped my arm against Bath about 6 weeks beforehand. And we were on a roll. It was a good feeling the team. We knew we were doing well. We had a great squad. So it's that little bit of a bit exasperated, but I managed to just cling on. And thankfully, Cocker, I owe a lot to. He brought me back into the side, having been out for 6 weeks, and put me on the bench for the game. Because before that, I played in 2 finals and lost both of them. So I was almost like a desperate man by that point, just to get my hands
me in the team.
On a medal, really. So that definitely. After the losing the 2 finals to go and win fairly comfortably against Northampton.
Yeah.
It was a good way to finally break the duck, really.
Yeah. And that season led you to get selected for England senior team.
Yeah.
But you got injured just before in the final.
The arm that I'd snapped in the back held on for about 5 minutes in the final when I came in the final. So
that must be a kick in the teeth. Got that
it is now. Yeah, I mean, with hindsight, when it happened at the time, I thought there'll be loads more opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, that's being
the
a
positive way of looking
young
at it.
guy. Yeah. But looking back now, it's probably that was going to be my best opportunity to get a cap, which I haven't managed to do. So it's a little bit disappointing, but you know what can you do? You know, I'm not bitter about it. It's just
there's a lot of injuries in the game.
I benefited from people's injuries.
Yeah.
And someone else has benefited from mine, and that's just the way it goes. You know, I'm pretty thankful for where I am now. Anyway.
Yeah. You played in a game against Canterbury Crusaders. Was that on a New Zealand tour?
That was the following year. Yeah, that was 2014. So again, another opportunity. A lot of the guys were missing because there was a Premiership final for the first test while we were out there. So I was disappointed to miss out on that, but you know, I got to captain the side against Crusaders. There's some good players in that side. You know, we did a pretty good job. I think, off the top of my head, we had Haskell was in the side, Cipriani, Alex Good was in the side, Anthony Watson. So you know, it was a good side to be a part of, and you know, I'm proud of that. But there's always an underlying disappointment.
Didn't you play that game with an injury?
I played most of the game. I snapped my ACL. Yeah.
How did you play through that?
Well, I won't. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say I was in absolute agony and I couldn't move. Like I felt it snapped. Yeah. I knew something had gone. I didn't know quite how serious. But probably a little bit of adrenaline and just wanting to desperately put myself forward for the first team. So, and then once I got off the pitch, my knee just ballooned to something else. I could barely move it. So that was me done really for
just pure adrenaline
for 11, 12 months. Yeah.
You probably made it worse by carrying on.
Probably did. Yeah, probably did. But
shall we have a quick fire question, first response answer kind of thing?
I don't know how quick I'll be. I'm pretty slow. I've had a few head knocks, if you know how it is.
Well, if I ask you some questions and you just respond with whatever comes to mind first. It doesn't need to be quick.
Okay,
we'll call it a medium fire question.
Okay.
Okay, so what song would you say best describes your personality?
I'm a bit...
or maybe an artist.
Well, I'm a bit old school. I'll go Frank Sinatra. That's...
shall I bring up the Frank Sinatra video that we've seen?
You've seen that? No, I know, Ladies Night.
We saw that on YouTube earlier,
put that out. I'm very
thought
grateful.
you might say
I need to
Frank.
report that for abuse.
I was going to put a link under that and play it. I won't. Do you have a go-to conversation starter if you meet someone new?
Do I have a...
If you're a bit of an icebreaker.
Just throw out questions.
Yeah.
You know, what you've been doing today, how's things?
Yeah.
As long as I'm not being asked a question, which is quite ridiculous saying that now. But, I'll just,
You don't like being asked questions, is that what you're saying?
Well, like if you ask questions and you can ask, you know, and you get a few answers and you can start to build a conversation, can't you?
I see,
you know.
We won't tell the boss about this, but beer or cider?
Beer all day,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Italian or Asian food?
Italian.
Or if you don't like those?
No, I love either of them.
Italian. Have you ever been stung by a bee?
No. Would you recommend?
No one's been stung by a bee.
No one's.
Tom Varndale hasn't been stung.
What made you go to that question? Have you been stung badly by a bee?
I haven't. No, but it just came to mind. And
you've been to a lot of festivals. There must have been loads of bees around.
Yeah, but I didn't get stung by any.
No. Okay.
No. Do you have any strange fears?
Yeah, well, it's not really strange, it's quite common. I just don't like heights.
Don't like heights?
No, but strange fears, no.
Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing random?
Fraser Balmain's hygiene, potentially, is one of them.
That probably is a strange fear.
Yeah, I do fear that.
But would it be strange if everyone else knew about it? Probably not.
I think if anyone knows Fraser, they probably fear his hygiene as well. I don't know if I fear his hygiene or fear for him for his hygiene.
It's definitely not strange then. If you could wake up and spend a day as one of your past or present teammates, who would it be?
That's a good question.
Just
how quick
just
do I have
one
to
day.
answer it?
No, take your time. We can always just stop it here and then start it again.
Does it have to be a teammate?
No.
Okay.
He's changing the questions now. He said he likes to ask the questions.
You could.
No.
Okay.
If there's none of your teammates you want to be.
No, come on. Former teammates who would. It'd have to be someone, because I've got a sloppy rig. Like I've got a sloppy body. It'd have to be someone with a decent body, just so you know. Oh wow, this is what it's like to have a six-pack.
Walk around with no shirt on.
Yeah, 6 extra inches on the way. So I'll go. The first person that springs to mind with a decent rig is Williams. So I'll just say him because he earns loads of money.
Yeah.
He's in decent knit, and I'll probably just try that for a day. It'd be completely different to walking around with everything wobbling all day.
Who is the toughest opponent you've ever faced?
Good question. Toughest opponent. I'd have to go old Grewcock at Bath. To be fair, like fighting and violence is pretty much lost in the game now, but when I was first playing for Leicester, he filled me in a couple of times, yeah. As hard as I was trying not to get filled in as well.
Yeah.
He was just like made it easy, so I remember playing at the Rec and thinking I was really good because I was overtaking him on a really quick fit, and he just swung his arm up, nose gone.
Blood everywhere.
Like that. So he was always pretty tough.
Yeah.
And he's got a reputation as a hard man as well, so it's not like, you can back it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And if you could keep only one memory from your rugby career, what would it be?
The Premiership final.
Yeah.
It's a bit boring.
Cliche, but
but like
it is what it is, isn't it?
That's got sunny day in Twickenham beating Northampton.
Yeah.
There's a Leicester.
Yeah.
Happy
days.
You could write that, couldn't you?
Yeah. And you obviously spent another couple of years at Leicester before you moved to Gloucester recently. What was it that attracted you to move to Gloucester?
The fact that they wanted me out. It was always a nice feeling. Several things really, to be honest, after knee injury, like lots of things had gone stale for me at the club.
Yeah.
Like international stuff's gone. The club wasn't performing. It just gone, the captaincy went to Tommy Youngs, who I'll say is perfectly good captain, should have gone to him, but things had just gone stale for me really. And I wasn't planning on leaving, I still love playing for Leicester, but once all the whispers started around Johnny May moving, and then, initiating conversations through the manager, it was just, me and my wife, Jo, looked at the move and thought, we need to do something different. I don't think it's healthy to stay somewhere for such a long period of time. And bear in mind that's probably between like Australia and moving around, that's the longest time I've spent in one place for a while. And so that was it really. Like I think change does you good, and it's certainly done me good.
And Gloucester's obviously building quite a strong squad at the moment as well, which must have been attractive to come and be a part of.
Yeah. I think Johan's made a massive difference. The thing that's really good about him is he's a good man manager. He's like a player's coach. He knows how he wants a team to play. He's a good bloke, but he knows how to get a team to gel and get together. So like I say, there's a few things in there. It's a great club, like with its support.
Quite traditional, which what you'd be used to at Leicester as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of similarities between the two clubs.
Yeah. Would you say you've settled in now? Obviously, the team's had a very good start to the season, but Have you, individually, have you settled in now?
I'd say so. I still want to. There's still things I think I can improve on as a player. In terms of settled in the area and at the club, yeah, you know, I feel comfortable
around
at the training ground. You know, I'm happy with where we train, what we're doing, the routine, all of those things.
Yeah.
And some good lads at the club as well. So
yeah.
As far as that's concerned, yeah, I'm settled. As far as rugby side of things goes, on a personal level, I think probably I just want to drive myself a little bit harder if I want to go a little bit serious on the year.
Yeah, go serious, as serious as you want.
It's a deep one. Though.
Try harder. Yeah. Obviously, Matt Bannerhand's just signed for Gloucester. What do you make of that? A good addition to the team?
Yeah, definitely. It's a handful.
Yeah.
Don't know if he's coming in as a back three or a second rower, but hopefully the former, he's taller than me, probably do a better job in the line-out. But his physical presence, good under the high ball. I think he's done a brilliant job for Bath and
bring a bit of experience into the team as well.
Yeah. He's a finisher, really, isn't he? You've seen a lot of the tries he scored over the years. I just think, you know, if you look at our back line, it's quite a young back line as well. So that experience will help. You know, I think some of the problems the club's had over the years is finishing games, and you know, his experience will help in that regard.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I think that's everything. Thank you for
Thanks
coming
for having
in.
me.
Yeah.
Cheers.